The restaurant was filled with the soft hum of conversations, the clinking of fine china, and the aroma of freshly cooked meals. A well-dressed man in an expensive suit strolled in confidently, scanning the tables for a place to sit. He spotted an empty table near the window and moved towards it. Just as he reached out to pull the chair, a sharp voice stopped him. "Go away! This table is reserved for rich people." The words came from a waiter, his posture rigid with authority. The guests at the surrounding tables smirked, watching with amusement. The man hesitated for a moment, then smiled. "I see. And who decides who is rich enough?" His voice was calm, but there was a flicker of something behind his eyes. "Before we continue, tell me, where are you watching this from? If you enjoy these powerful stories, make sure to subscribe so you never miss out." "Now back to the story," the waiter scoffed. "Sir, this is a fine dining establishment. We have standards. You should try somewhere more affordable." Laughter erupted from a table nearby. The man glanced at the polished floor beneath his well-worn shoes, then back at the waiter. "I see. And if I insist?" The waiter rolled his eyes. "Then I'll have to ask you to leave." Before the situation could escalate further, a voice from the corner interrupted. "Hold on." The entire restaurant turned. A middle-aged gentleman in a crisp suit stood, his presence commanding respect. "Tell me, young man, do you judge every guest by their clothes?" The waiter faltered. "Sir, we just try to maintain a certain ambiance." The older gentleman nodded thoughtfully. "Interesting. Then perhaps you should rethink who you allow to dine here." Murmurs spread among the diners. "Wait, who is this guy?" someone whispered. The wealthy gentleman smirked. "I suppose introductions are in order," he said, tapping his fingers on the table. "I'm the owner of this restaurant." A hush fell over the room. The waiter's confidence drained instantly. The owner's eyes locked onto him. This establishment was built on principles of quality and respect, yet you chose to humiliate a guest rather than serve him. That is unacceptable. The waiter's throat went dry. "Sir, I didn't mean—" "No, you didn't think," the owner interrupted. "You assumed. And for that, there must be consequences." He turned to the man who had been insulted. "Would you like to decide his fate?" The man hesitated, then sighed. "I don't believe in revenge, but I do believe in lessons." The owner nodded approvingly. "Indeed. Starting tomorrow, you'll be shadowing our cleaning staff for a week. Let's see if a little humility changes your perspective." The waiter's face turned red. "Sir, please, unless of course you'd prefer to seek employment elsewhere." The owner's brow lifted slightly. The waiter exhaled shakily, nodding. "I'll do it." "Good." The owner then smiled at the man he had invited. "Order whatever you like. Tonight dinner is on me." The following week was brutal for the former waiter. Scrubbing floors, taking out the trash, and washing dishes humbled him in ways he had never imagined. He watched the staff move tirelessly, realizing how much effort it took to maintain the restaurant's elegance. By the week's end, he stood before the owner. "Sir, I was wrong," he admitted, his voice raw with regret. "I judged people unfairly." The owner studied him for a long moment before nodding. Understanding is the first step to growth. That evening, the restaurant was bustling as usual, but this time a familiar face stood at the entrance, not as a waiter, but as a guest. The man he had insulted passed by and paused briefly. "Did you learn something valuable?" The former waiter met his eyes. "Yes, more than I ever thought possible. Life has a way of humbling us when we least expect it. Have you ever experienced a moment like this? Let us know in the comments. And if you want more powerful stories, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss out. Until next time.